Block down again today. It's its fifth session of losses in a row and now down nearly 20% for the month. Mizuho downgrading the stock to neutral this morning. Analysts warning of slower user growth and saying a preoccupation with Bitcoin is one example of broader mismanagement. The analyst who made that call, Mizuho's Dan Dolev, joins us now. Dan, great to catch up on you here. I mean, you also talk about some user fatigue when it comes to, core products for Block, of course, the former Square. What does that mean? Does it mean just user growth not as rapid as it was before? Does it mean that they're finding other services to use, either consumers or vendors?
Yeah, it's a great question. Thanks for having me on. So first thing, the issue with Block or with Square is that they already tapped 75% of the low-income users, right? They have about 47 million users in the U.S., and it's kind of like, how many more users can you get from here? And the second issue is those users are not transacting as much, or they're not increasing transaction as much as we want. So the inflows into the Cash App aren't as big. The monetization, if they don't take pricing, is kind of flattish. So that's what we talk about fatigue. They're not really you don't get that next oomph or that next step in the stock or in the Cash App of engagement that you need for that to work. And that's kind of the fatigue that we're talking about.
And in terms of, the Bitcoin storyline, obviously leader Jack Dorsey of Block is a vocal backer of Bitcoin in a very big picture way, has the company, using some of its resources in that direction. How does that either distract management, or how does it color the overall story? I mean, what should they otherwise be paying more attention to?
I think it's a great question. Look, he's a visionary. Obviously, he built this. This is an amazing, and we still say there's enormous potential. If you think about the Holy Grail on Square is kind of connecting the three ecosystems, right? The point of sale, the Cash App, and then Afterpay, which is buy now, pay later. But I mean, what we're hearing is he spends a lot of time on Bitcoin. He's very focused on Bitcoin. I think that, when you don't have him kind of fully engaged and fully in there doing everything you need to connect the ecosystems, there's just no one else there with that vision. And that's our worry, is that they're too distracted right now. And that's what's causing the lack of innovation, or too slow innovation. Product launches are not as fast. So everything that kind of accumulates to slower than expected growth, and that's our call today.
Now, the stock already, just about down 80% off of its record high. Not a ton of kind of earnings support here. Where do you think the shares should get to?
I mean, the bears of the bears think that, it could go down to 30. I mean, we have like a $57 price target, which is kind of already above where it's traded. But I think if the economy, but by the way, really important, none of our call is based on the economy. If the economy actually takes a turn to the south, then that consumer is going to weaken dramatically. So I think there's even more downside in a weaker economy because of the low-end consumer spending power.
Yeah, fair point. It's mostly, I guess, about kind of crowded payments fintech space. Dan, thanks a lot. Appreciate the time.